Play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm really out for blood this time. Look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I get to and jump in the course. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the dallas, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Southern California. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Once more, here's Eckler. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run here with Spiller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Again, it's Spiller. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll give to Spiller. And this time he is in. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles. But I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it. And even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. J.C. Jackson normally in coverage, this time coming up and making a stop behind the line of scrimmage. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
That's what we are. That's me, baby. Turn it up.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, it's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on third down now. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Herbert back to the air. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before break. Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gold.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they were sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the Porsche. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on time, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form should prosper. R&B all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my concert, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Southern California. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing first play is Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
from the 50. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, that maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Dobbins trying the left side. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback...
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Charger drive about to get going. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
They're going to try and run with Spiller. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Caught by Allen. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
They run behind center with Spiller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Ekeler. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll run again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Ekeler, touchdown, Chargers. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Jackson now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay, 49 yards. And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Throwing, Jackson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
One last shot for Jackson. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's Stidham. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw is Stidham. Out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's fourth down.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Stidham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll throw on first down with Stidham. He hits Adams complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Stidham on first down. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm worried about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Down, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To throw again on second down. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Stidham. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They go play action now. Stidham. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now it's Stidham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Raiders! Davante Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation. We're trying to get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Jackson now. A final shot before break. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Back now in Baltimore. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8:50 Georgia. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back within a single point now. It's 11-10. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously pick.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Stidham's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Stidham. And Stidham throws another interception, his third. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of...
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed it.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Forced out to his left. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't.
Touchdown, Bengals! Hayden Hurst, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Jackson to Bateman there. 1st down, Ravens. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Nothing our score after 1. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 63 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow looking to pass. Buying time to his left. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. They still can't get him. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And Burrow going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have regained the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 46 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Flushed out right. Here's a diving catch right side. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down. Here's Burrow. escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Sliding out of the pocket. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Mixon is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are back within a score. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
Diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson now. Steps away to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
That one complete to Prochet.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Dobbins running out of the gun. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. He's got Watkins on the out route.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And Jackson throwing once more.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a throw here to his running back.
He's got room past the 30.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Burrow. right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. To throw, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Jackson. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
That is caught. Bateman. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to